Hi there, Monday again. I wanted to do it this morning from the beach and I recorded it and I don't know what happened. Oh, sorry, the wind is blowing all my cars down. It didn't stay in my phone. Mystery, no idea. I did the English one, I did the Spanish one, so I have to repeat it again. I was gonna download it and surprise it was gone. So anyway, it doesn't matter. So it's a spontaneous. You will watch these later. This is Rosa, the cosmic mermaid. And we're gonna see what are the frequencies for this week. So we're gonna ask star seeds, a compass to your way home, which are my cards, to give us some clues about the energy of the week. We're finishing a month, the month of August, and Wednesday will start September. So I will take two cards, one for the week and one for September, okay? So we're gonna first take one for the week. Okay, interesting. Is the card of resting, okay, that's for the week, and the one for September. Let's see what they say for September. September sunset. Interesting cards. This is for September month, and this is for the week. I'm gonna read first number 7, which is resting. You see, I don't know if you can see it clearly, there's a woman sitting on a cushion. She's surrounded by walls. If you can see here, it's a day card, which means that she's aware, she's conscious, that she's tired, okay? The walls here are limitations, could be family, social, cultural, collective. And the plans, which are quite high, they're the fears, okay? And they're quite big. So I'm gonna read this one. This is the energy of the week. So let's go for this card, number 7. And it says like this. I can get used to be here or to be really far away. I find myself in a place where I can trust for a while. I'm resting inside myself. I feel I rise. This place has a lot of earth. It's like a path. In a tiny, tiny, tiny place on a corner, I feel that could become my home. I do belong there. This is the poem, okay? Now the rest of the card says so. Now, this is about a long time of, if we feel the collective and what's going on, extreme situations, family situations, work situations, stress, restrictions, lots of things. When they push from different sides and the energy that you feel around is division and you don't want to feel divided or have to choose, but still you want to feel sovereign about yourself and how you feel about things, that can be very tiring. Unless finally you can actually take distance, become the observer, and feel it from another place, okay? Now, it's time that you don't go around in your head about it. Just leave it, okay? It's about this week about making your mind stay in peace. So that instead of like a CD going around in circles, thinking about should I do this, should I do that, blah, 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 and the chatting of the mind, it actually is an invitation to quiet your mind, to find ways of quieting your mind, okay? Now, you still feel here a duality, the polarity we're living at the moment, okay? And sometimes integrating all these things. Oh, sorry, the wind is blowing so strongly that unless I put something on the cards, they're just gonna, whoa, just go all over the place. Now, what happens here is that since you have to emotionally integrate so much, this is tiring. So take it easy. You cannot integrate all at once. It's not possible, okay? And if you think about these last 2 years for everybody, they've been exhausting for many different reasons, okay? Plus your personal journey. So you can either simplify things so that integration becomes easier, or you can complicate them. It's up to you. Now, the lady is sitting on the yellow path, okay? That's the world. Now, as I said, the plans that surrounds her are her fears, okay? And they are connected, if you look at them, they're connected to the walls, which are limitations, collective, family, you know, your surroundings. It's like you are in a space completely different of the one that surrounds you, okay? And if you really want to rest and you want to let go of those fears, and they are much bigger in this context than yourself, you need to adapt to this context, okay? Because you can go through your fears, okay, through working through them. Sometimes you realize they're not real. They were real in your mind, but they're not real in your heart, okay? It's important here as well, relationships between mother and son, mother and daughter, okay? If you see here, the plants are almost like dangerous. They look a bit kind of nasty. Sometimes certain relationships between parents and their sons or daughters, it can be like suffocating, okay? So the fears or the shadow that represent the plants is the thought that, would I be able to do it? Would I have the strength? Now, the colors of the lady in the card, which are yellow, silver, and gold, they're initiatic colors, which on a way, it makes that character being alone, but not alone, is an aloneness that she needs to actually go through now, okay? And the greens that we see around and the color of the earth, it's about the earth, what's happening right now, okay? It's about a big parallelism between the plants that are growing, becoming really high, okay? But at the same time, inside you, there is a strength that is building up and is growing. So at the same time that the fears outside and the things are growing, inside you, there is a strength that is growing, okay? And this is the one, the strength that will help you to actually handle this situation, so that you become more authentic. Now, the car is very enlightened, actually. It has a lot of clarity about what we're going through, everybody. I mean, I don't know the situations, wherever you are when you listen to me. You could be in the UK, or in the States, or in another part in Europe. As you know, I live in Spain, so restrictions are different everywhere. But what I wanted to say is not about whatever you decide to do with your body, with your life. Remember, you need to be authentic. You need to be honest. You need to be yourself. Not what other people tell you, not to please anybody, not acting from fear. What energy is telling us now is that one side of us needs to be very loving. It's not about judging others because they don't do the same thing as we do. We may feel somewhere that they're wrong, but it's not about that, because since we have free will, and what we really, really, really want to finish in this world is this matrix, this duality, this polarity, this division that is going on. So to actually that it becomes shorter. It's about that everybody inside needs to do their own work. You do your work, I do my work. It's about how you speak, what you say to yourself, to people, how do you relate, how loving you are you judgmental? And at the end of the day, when you're alone, how do you treat yourself? What do you say to yourself? It's a lot of things about being honest and clear with yourself. And it's not about following anything that anybody says, because they may be speaking their truth and it's okay for them. But the card actually is reminding us that you lose a lot of energy and you become really tired when you engage in those two sides. So the reminder for this week is that you don't. Is that you need to be with yourself, with your energy, listening to you, what is good for you. And be loving outside. Whatever they're doing, you don't engage. But you are passionate as well about what you believe, what you feel. Okay? Now, what could you do at this moment this week? Apart from going to nature, the ones that are near a forest, unfortunately I'm not, I'm near the sea, but I enjoy the sea. Why not starting a creative journal? Okay? Sorry. Something I'm clearing today on my own. It's not just you that you clear. I'm clearing stuff like anybody else. Now, how do you do a creative journal? Well, you can basically put anything there. If you want to kind of surf and go deep in your feelings, in your own journey, it could be nice if you enjoy drawing. You don't have to be an artist, or doing collage or writing, that you have a nice book note with no lines, just white paper, where you can actually paste things, where you can write, you can draw, you can paint, whatever you feel like. And it could be like an inner dialogue, so that you put it there. Honor yourself. Honor what you feel. Okay? This is the week. Now, September, which is sunset, is the card of sunset, is number 1, is the second card of the set. Now, this is an interesting card, because it means there is a chance again of working with something that has been a one for a long time, okay? Now, the card, if we see the difference between the previous one, which was daylight, this is night, which means that whatever is going on is still in the unconscious. So during September, you want to work out this. This is the energy of September. Now, this is about going into silence and calling your heart. Okay? Now, the colors on the top of the card is what is conscious, and see, it is an indigo. it means that something dramatic has happened in your life, and this is the time to actually work on that. Okay, it could be that your childhood was very difficult, or your relationship to your mother or your father. Okay, it could be that you don't trust because of what happened in your childhood, but at the same time it tells us that you're going to have an awakening of your intuition, a deep one. is a deeper sense of how you look at life from a different perspective, which you have never done before. Okay, it talks about as well the dark night of the soul, letting go, losing things and let them go forever. Okay, there could be some sadness, but it's as well, the colors are talking about a rebirth. Okay, so what would be, I'm asking the ones watching, what would red mean to you, or indigo to you? Think about those colors. Okay, what do you relate immediately, if you don't think too much, with red and indigo? Okay. Now, this down part of the card is about where you want to go. It's the heart, it's the energy, the light. And then you see this brown here, which is the karmic stuff that you're still working on. Okay. And it's about letting go of blockages. September is about letting go of those things that's stopping you at a very deep level. Now we're thinking about the collective, as well as you're paying attention about your inner dialogue. I would say with this card in September, pay attention to your dreams. Start a dream journal. I had a couple of interesting dreams this week. Don't remember all of them all the time, but I do when it's necessary. So they're giving me kind of snippets and a little bit of information about what's coming, what I need to address. So 2 interesting cards. Resting for the week and sunset for the month of September, which starts on Wednesday. Interesting cards. A lot you can do. As I put, I think it was a few days ago, yes, I opened a YouTube channel in English. You have there some of my music, some meditations. By the way, I probably will finish this month an audiobook which is in English. It's about creative visualization with lots of meditations. They're audios, and there's one there already, so you can listen to that one. And they're there to work with you. One of the things that I do is personalize meditation on my work, and use light language, sound healing with instruments, my hands, and I connect with people and I do soul balancing images for them, something that they need to have to work with themselves. Apart from that, the cards that I'm using, which you've seen, the starseed cards, which are not the ones that are out there of Rebecca Campbell. These are much older, has nothing to do with what she does. This is a road that basically everybody transits, not as a star seed, but it's something that came to me in '93, a long time ago. We have no linear path. Sometimes we go in circles because time doesn't exist, so timelines overlap, and things that we experience at some point, we experience now again. But as well, when we heal them now, those timelines that we had pending, they are healed too, and there will be healing for the future. Now, these cards normally when I use them in the past, which I've been using them since the year 2000, so for 21 years, they're healing cards. You can print them and put them under the pillow, and they work with you at night. And there's a new set that I will talk about soon, which are only for women, which is called Universal Mother. And it's going to be a workshop online, both in English, and I'm going to do another group in Spanish. So I will talk about that probably next week. So now, enjoy the week. Listen to yourself. You have two choices to work with a creative journal, being a bit kind of alert about your dreams, and just observe how you engage with life, okay, at this moment. So see you soon, see you next week. Big kiss, and let me know how you feel about the video. Write whatever you felt as I was talking about the cards. They relate to you. Would love to have comments. So see you next week.